Ultima Final Fantasy presents Ultima Final Fantasy and the Capsule of Time. Written by Ultima Final Fantasy. Part 4. The Ultimate Source of Protein.
At an altitude of over 9,000 feet, deep within the Rocky Mountain wilderness, I tried to sleep in a lightweight one-man tent being ravaged by hurricane-force winds. That day, I had only managed to get 2 miles up the trail before the wind started to pick up. Pretty soon, I was seeing trees fall over, and nature's hard cock was whipping me so hard in the face that I could barely keep my eyes open. I was closer, though. Closer to where it all happened. All those fucking nerds from the year 1990, dressed up in their LARPing gear, hiding away from the embarrassment of the judging civilized people in town. Of course they didn't have any girls with them. How could they? Who's ever gotten laid in LARPing gear? Ah! I tried to sleep, but the wind was too much. I'd shut my eyes for half a second, and that would be the cue for the roof of my tent to strike me like an abusive husband after a night out with his friends from the power company. On top of that, fucking cat would not stop meowing. What the fuck do you want, cat? What the fuck? I put the cat outside, just like I would when we were back at home. I don't know why he kept bothering me. He loved the outdoors. What? You want inside? Huh? I picked up the cat by the neck and pulled him inside, strangling him just a tiny bit. It's not abusive or anything. Waylon was nearly immortal. I'd seen him destroy other neighborhood cats and chase off Rottweilers from my front yard. Sure, he'd get marked up sometimes, but he'd always heal. That's why I'd let him stay outside for days at a time. I knew he could handle himself. Fine, get in here, you piece of shit. I don't think I'm gonna get any sleep. And I wasn't wrong. I didn't fall asleep for the rest of the night. All I thought about was the treasure that would soon be mine. The ultimate score, the ultimate man cave ornament, the crown jewel of my collection, the star on my Christmas tree. Oh yeah. In fact, I got kind of hard just thinking about it. Sorry you have to witness this, Wayland.
Meow.
Fuck yeah. So I started to beat my meat. Until finally... I came. Hours later, as the sun rose, the wind finally started to die down. I could hear the birds chirping. Waylon was fast asleep at my side, and my head was laid back against my little camping pillow. As the golden rays of the sun brushed up against the top of my tent, brightening my worldview, I couldn't help but be grateful that the night was over. Because with the weather's cooperation, nothing could possibly get in my way of the search. Wayland, get up. Let's head out. Get up. Now! That's better. I decided to skip breakfast. I was too excited to get to the campsite of the boys, to get to ground zero in the mystery of the missing time capsule. My God, Wayland. This is it. It didn't take long to get to the clearing. It was only 3 miles away from where I had camped the night before, after all. The trees grew a little further apart. The ground was relatively flat, and you could hear a stream quietly running nearby. In the middle of the clearing was a little fire pit made of stones. This is a good spot to camp. What do you think? Should I set up a base or start looking immediately? Set up camp? I guess. You're probably right. Soon I began my search for the treasure, first walking along every nearby trail, both ones marked on the map and off the map, keeping an eye out for anything unusual. I'd look under trees, clearing leaves away. I figured the kid was trying to hide the capsule, and did that first before getting dragged off by a cougar or something on his way back. After a couple of days of this, clearing all the walking paths, it was time to venture off. I took a topographical map and started to search the area by altitude following the line so I wasn't doing too much up and down and exhausting myself. Believe it or not, the entire time I searched, my trusty cat Wayland was at my side. Well, this area is clear. I wanted to kill him before. When I let him out at night, I wanted him to run away and never return. But now, well, now I was starting to like him. Although the damn thing continued to meow way too much. 7 days I was out, using my marker to fill the places I had checked. I pulled out the metal detector as I bushwhacked my way through 2 entire acres of brush. But I didn't find anything that useful. Indian head coin. Again. That night, I stayed up discussing my plans with Wayland by flashlight. Looks like I've gone through all of the accessible areas. There's only one region left to explore. A place I should probably get special equipment for. I was afraid of this. Figured the rescue workers would have found that Jared kid if he was in a place you could walk to. Think I should call it? Think I should go back to town and make it easier? Or should I act like a man and conquer those jagged, rocky cliffs free solo?
Wow.
Yeah, I ain't gonna be no little bitch. The next day, me and my cat made our way to the cliffs, approaching them from above. From where I stood, I could only see a mosaic of jutting rocks overlooking the rapids of a large mountain river. Be careful, Wayland. For a few minutes, I just looked down at the landscape, fathoming the task I had ahead of me. Bouldering wasn't exactly my favorite thing to do, but I'd already been camping for a week, my food was running out, and I didn't want to delay getting that game for one more second. But I still needed a moment. Okay. You hear that? Must have been nothing. Ah! It's a bear! It's a fucking bear! Wayland, help! Oh God, Wayland! Ah! Ah! Oh! Oh, you did it! Oh, you saved me, Wayland. Oh, I'd get up to pet you, but my leg. It was all sorts of fucked up. I couldn't move. In the tussle, when Wayland scratched the shit out of the grizzly's eyes, I was tossed down the rocks and landed on a boulder 40 feet below. Shit, I got no signal. Wayland, buddy, I don't know if you speak human, but if you could run and get help, I'd be very grateful. I'll give you a house all to yourself when we get back. Okay, I figured. At that point, I had no choice but to wait. Help! Help! I love you too, buddy. Come here. Snowflake. Shit. As I laid my head back, awaiting either death or rescue, the little rock I put my head on suddenly gave way. Yep. That's when I turned and saw what I had landed on. It's a skeleton. And there's the capsule. Woo! Yeah! Yes! Yeah! Oh. Fuck. Needs a key. I got my treasure, sure, but the late summer snow was slowly building up around me. Within hours, Wayland and I were completely covered, and I had to make a shelter while sporting a bad leg. Looks like we're gonna be here a while. Things were going from bad to worse, and I don't know how many days we were under that snow, but at a certain point, I got hungry. Wayland, boy, think we'll ever be found?
Wow.
Me neither. Me neither. Wayland ended up saving my life twice. Once with the bear, and once again, buried in the snow with my unopened capsule lying on a skeleton with a tiny breathing hole at the top of our snow cave, praying for a rescue. Delicious. Never had cat before. Wayland was the ultimate source of protein.